Pretty much brought that plague bear down by myself.
Oh, Envoy! You have to help me. If I have to listen to this twig of a recruit tell his stories for even one more minute, I'll probably die.
Are you Ranger Dorso by any chance?
I am indeed. I'm flattered that you've heard of me. It's great to meet you. Ranger Iziana Dorso at your service.
I'll just be a few moments of your time.
All right, but make it quick. I'm obviously very busy. Kidding, of course. Before you ask, I know you're trying to find your supposed killer among the squad, and I really don't know much about it. Frankly, I think she's overreacting to a late report. Monato might be our best tracker, but he doesn't put a lot of stock in patrol rotation, rest days, or Asierno's toothless protocols.
We found Verano, but we're still looking for Monato.
I hope Verano's all right. The wilds can be cruel.
He's alive, no thanks to Casagrada, huh?
Oh, that boy! Sure, he can fight, but does he think? Leave him to his farm and family, I told Asierno. But does she ever listen to me? The way this valley chews through rangers, we can't be selective. That's what she says anyway.
You see it differently?
Casagrada is a farmer's son. His father, too, is a farmer's son, and so was his grandfather. The same is true for nearly all of our rangers. They were raised with plows in hands, not swords.
You fight with the soldiers you've got, as the saying goes.
And we take these green farmhands, give them 5 minutes of weapons training, and tell them to stand against the tide. But that's neither here nor there. We were talking about Verano. He and Monato are the best of us, but no one's without their challenges. Verano's always trying to play both sides, be the peacemaker. It makes him soft. And Monato, you won't find him if he doesn't want to be found. He was a good friend once. I admired him. But he changed.
What do you mean by changed?
Monato was always a loner, but he'd been going off his patrol route for long periods of time. The last thing I heard was that Monato was going to scout out the Ogre camp.
You have an ogre living in the cave near your sediments?
It was claimed by an old animancer years ago. He and the Ogre are, friends. I have no idea what they got up to in there. Experimenting on Zarebs, probably. I couldn't tell you what's there now. I don't know anyone who could.
Where can I find the cave?
From here, cross the northern bridge and follow the path west. The path will become a cobblestone road and pass through the swamp. You'll find a cave in the hillside. Should pick up Monato's trail around there.
Why haven't you gone there looking for him?
The Animancer struck a deal with Asierno. We're not allowed to go there. Why Monato was headed there is beyond me. But if you want to track down Monato, that would be the first place to look.
That's all I need.
Right. Watch your back out there, Envoy. The Living Lands are a dangerous place.
Hopefully when we find Monato, we can find some answers.
Right, but you two want a conversation? Well, that would have been faster, but we'll take this one. See everyone at camp! Andra is the goddess of oceans, forgotten things, loss, relentlessness, and mourning. Not the morning after the afternoon, because that's an evening. No, the morning after life. Her followers carry tokens of bad memories, and also other stuff, I don't know. It's gone now. Jat has 4 levels. Purification. That heals. Shields is good as well. Move speed and attack speed. Attacks heal allies. Right. Oh, we get... Oh, I forgot it works like that. I'm going to take that one. It's the boring one, but just more health. And you can take multiple anyway. So I don't want to get, like, having the barrier is probably really useful to keep her alive while she's healing us. Yeah, okay. Let's go impenetrable. Oh, I have to do it twice. Take out as well. Cool.
Hey, about earlier. Sorry for going off like that. I haven't talked about Tom in a while. I haven't had much of a crew lately, and it's been easy to follow your lead. Seeing the choices you've made has put me at ease. Maybe a little too much.
You've got nothing to apologize for.
First time for everything, huh?
Got questions about you?
Good thing you're asking the expert.
I've got a lot to say about second chances.
I'm well past seconds myself, if we're counting. Even decent people make mistakes, and the rest of us can grow with a little time and grace.
Uh-huh. What mistake are you running from?
If I had to list them all, we'd be talking all night. Anyway, if this place can't give us misfits and screw-ups a second chance, what hope do we have?
I'd like to get your thoughts on our other companions.
You're asking me? I'm not much of a gossip. Okay, who do you want to know about?
Tell me about Gianta.
She's got a lot of heart, and she's loyal to her people and their principles, even when it costs her. Giada's lost her home, but kept her resolve. It takes a special kind of person to weather what she has and emerge stronger for it. She'll have a lot to figure out after all this, but she's gonna be okay.
I thought you didn't care for animancy.
I don't. It's creepy, it's dangerous, and it's driven by more bad ideas than good ones. What's more, too many of the people behind it are more interested in seeing what they can do than wrestling with what they should do. But my reservations aren't going to put an end to it. And Giada, at least, is a voice of reason.
Confirmation that wrestling exists in this world as well. She's driven by her parents' legacy, but she hasn't found her own motivations.
She's young. She'll get there. Until then, there are certainly worse things to be driven by. Sure.
Emerald
I'll
Stair.
tell you what I can.
That's all.
I'll be here if you need me.
A quest.
Thank you again for letting me join you. An animancer never misses an opportunity to embrace the unknown. Still, being an animancer feels different without Fior Messiverno. For the first time, I don't have to prove myself to anyone.
I think you're going to enjoy working for yourself.
It'll take some getting used to, that's for sure. At least now I have a place I can call my own.
Welcome to stay as long as you'll have us.
Good, because I have a lot of research to do. And this could take a while. Not to change the topic, but this little adventure of ours, will it be dangerous?
Oh, quite, yes. Does that make you uncomfortable?
Just making sure I know what I signed up for. My mother and father taught me how to defend myself, among other things. When you need me, I'll be ready. I hope so, anyway.
Let's talk about the Emerald Stair.
Anything in particular?
I'd like to know more about Fior Messiverno.
Ah, you want a story? Very well. Settle in. It all started about 50 years ago, in the great city of Spirento. A young nobleman by the name of Maxim Vidaro sought to inherit a distinguished government position.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at myself on the other screen. So I wanted to know how distracting I was being. Listen attentively.
A distant cousin cheated Maxim out of the title. He was devastated, his political future uncertain. No one lifted a finger to help. Not the banks, not the merchants, or the politicians. So, Maxim did what Valians do best.
Animancy.
Not exactly, but close. Maxim plotted his revenge. They say he prayed to Scan, the effigy, god of rebellion and defiance, to ask for a blessing. And Scan answered. Take their best and brightest, their heirs, their scholars, their futures, to the far side of the world, never to return. And Maxim did just that.
And never
He gathered a
come
following and
back.
left the Valian republics, giving thanks to his dark god.
You didn't tell me this was going to be a scary story. Let's listen to it, Tint.
Spirento was full of animancers, many of them in debt, and Maxim was a wealthy patron. They needed each other. So the animancers followed Maxim all the way out here, including my parents, Quilici, and others around town. At the time, this place was an animancer's dream. No oversight, limited government, and soil rich with essence. 40 years later, Maxim vanished. They say the effigy came to collect his soul. Nonsense, of course. His son has been in charge ever since. For better or worse.
Not quite living up to his father's example.
His father had the advantages of growing up in Valian society. So did mine. He and I might squabble in public from time to time, but we're both just figuring it all out as we go. Thanks for listening. We should do this again.
I love a good ghost story. Just not the dreams I have afterwards.
Hadn't heard all that before. Probably a lesson or two in there.
Oh, Marius is
One
here.
of these days you'll have to tell me an endearing ghost story. You learn a lot about people by what scares them.
You must know some local goss.
Let me think. Quilici has a girlfriend, as cute as a button, and as smart as an archmage. That isn't a secret. I'm just happy for him.
Oh. Anything else?
Have you heard of the incident at Beldereno Pass? 20 settlers lost their lives in a winter storm. Ever since, people have heard ghostly cries from a nearby cave. Fascinating, isn't it? Tragic, of course, but fascinating.
Anything else?
Sorry to disappoint you, but I haven't heard anything new of late. Being an outcast means being out of the loop.
I wanted to ask about you.
What are you so curious about?
What do you think of our travel companions?
Anyone in particular? I warn you, I'm not the best judge of first impressions.
How about Kai?
Kai is a useful fellow. We need people like him to keep you grounded. Just not too grounded. On the surface, Kai is all charm and confidence. You feel good knowing he's around. But there's something deeper. Something in his core that he guards from everyone. Maybe even himself.
You just said you can't do first impressions. What makes you think so?
Kai wears his confidence like a mask. We all do. No one wants to project their frailties. But in his case, hiding behind it amplifies his better qualities. So I say, let him have his mask. If there's another side to him, he'll show us when he's good and ready. No need to rush a natural process.
1 second. Any thoughts on Marius?
Marius is working through something. An old wound that hasn't healed. A search for forgiveness? Who knows? He's a tough fellow, but I wouldn't put too much pressure on him.
What kind of pressure?
Good question. Mental and emotional pressure, specifically. Marius could hunt the great western stag if he set his mind to it, but his own feelings elude him. When he wants to find himself, give him room to do so, but don't push him. Just be there to catch him.
She's terrible. Her first impressions. Rubbish at them. What do you think of me?
We haven't been together long, but I think I have you figured out. In Paradise, you have a reputation for being an unlawful misfit. This is the frontier, after all. We don't exactly do things by the book. Your Messi Verno tolerates you well enough. No doubt thanks to my influence. Of course, all I know is what you've done. You may not think these choices reflect who you are. At the end of the day, you shouldn't care what anyone thinks. All that matters is how you see yourself. I've spilled all the gossip I know. Ask me again when there's a new face in camp.
Can we talk about what happened to your parents?
I suppose you deserve to know. After what I put you through. My mother wanted to expand Fiore's agriculture. Feeding Emerald Stair wasn't ambitious enough. She wanted to feed the world.
Let
She
them
thought she
know
could
it's
break
Christmas
the
time.
wilderness, using animancy as the whip. Turn the living lands into a garden.
Think that's even possible?
Anything's possible, but there are significant problems to overcome. After my father put the finishing touches on the phantasmal focus, she was impatient to get started. After all, whoever controls the spirit of the living lands has nature in the palm of their hand.
It's a lot of power for one animancer.
My father thought so too. Emerald Stair was just the beginning to her. My father thought she was brilliant. Others thought she was mad. I think she was a victim of her own ambition. She wanted so much and there was so little time to achieve it. Theoretically, her plan should have worked. But the living lands had other ideas. When she used the phantasmal focus, theory collided with reality. Everything went wrong.
Does animancy often change people like that?
No. To my knowledge, the accident was no everyday occurrence. But neither was the experiment. My mother transgressed on nature, on existence itself. Still, I don't understand what went wrong. When I do, then I can finish her work.
What do you think happened?
I can't rule anything out, but I suspect the Dream Scourge had something to do with it. It lives in the essence of the living lands, corrupting whatever it touches. And if I'm right, that means it's been here a long time. Or the forces behind it.
How old were you?
I was 17. That makes it... God, has it been 13 years already? After they died, I wouldn't go near a lab. It was ages before Kolichi got me to crack open a book. I have a lot of catching up to do in my studies. Need to make up for lost time.
You look younger than 30. What makes you think we'll fare any better than your parents did?
My mother and father didn't know the risks, and I can't stop thinking about them. Caution and experience will stop us from repeating their mistakes. That's all I care to say for now. At least, about this topic. I thought my family's research could help Emerald Stair. That it could banish the Dream Scourge from our lands. Of course, Vidaro wouldn't even give me a chance. He was afraid of history repeating itself. Still, I'm hopeful. This legacy of mine could change animancy as we know it. And something tells me I'm close to a breakthrough. Closer than my mother ever got.
Is that what you want?
Good question. The idea of finishing my parents' work gives me a warm feeling. But do I want it? I know I've got one lifetime, and I want to do something with it.
I thought we had many lifetimes, both ahead and behind us.
Very good. You know your metaphysics. This is the one life where I am Giada Castel, Animancer extraordinaire. In the next life, I could be an idiotic tree. I have an obligation to use the time I have. No Animancer has engineered an ecosystem before. Maybe, with a little luck, I could be the first.
Ooh, Nobby, how's your adventures in space? Your surname is Castell. Any connection to Castell's folly?
That little island off of Dawnshore? None that I know of. Ignato Casto led the Valiant Trading Company in the Deadfire Archipelago. Among other things, he invested in the future of animancy, and apparently he had interests here.
Space Myth! Oh. So what was Castor's folly?
He had some ideas about moving great distances in the blink of an eye. As far as I know, he was unsuccessful. Animancy and ambition are a dangerous mixture. Intoxicating, but dangerous.
When they want to make a point, the actors, they do that. Any idea what happened to him?
Afraid not.
She's just joined my party.
Contradictory stories coming out of the Deadfire in recent years. Some say Castle is still in power, while others think his second-in-command took over the Valiant Trading Company. You know how it is. Wherever there's conflict, there's bound to be misinformation.
No family connection then.
I hope not. I wouldn't want my family associated with speculation, corruption, and whatever else happened in the Deadfire. We have enough problems already.
This is set in the same universe as Pillars of Eternity, I think.
Castle succeeded. I don't think it's folly to dream.
Have you tried animancy on yourself?
Now that you mention it, I did try and awaken my soul to become fully aware of my past lives. Every animancer tries and fails. It's practically a rite of passage. So, one evening, I crept into the workshop and cobbled an invention together from spare parts. Amateur work. Then I turned it on. Big mistake. The next thing I knew, it was morning. I was floating in the fountain, and my head was pounding like a drum.
You don't need animancy for that. Just rum and a crew on shore leave.
That answers a lot of questions, honestly.
Sometimes I wonder, what if it actually worked? What if all of this happened before, and I'm just reliving the events of a past life? I try not to think about it too much.
I mean, if trees are included, statistically most of your lives would have been tree. Like everyone's... If we reincarnate and all the plants count, there's much more plants than there are people. Like, just half your past lives are just going to be boring as fuck. How does the phantasmal focus work?
A simple question with a very complicated answer. The device is attuned to the spiritual energy of the living lands, much like a compass to magnetic north.
Just like putting helium in a balloon.
Is chaotic by nature. As you saw with your own eyes, imposing order on chaos is not without risk.
I've been watching Scottish comedian Limmy on the Twitch, and I very much enjoy the way he says "squelal gulal." I can't quite do it. I can't roll my R's, but Squelal Gulal is a Marvel character. He's been playing Marvel shooty game. You say the living land doesn't want to be controlled.
Indeed. Don't get me wrong. This invention is a small miracle, but it isn't enough. The phantasmal focus was supposed to be the start of something grand. One lever of a device that exists only in theory. Perhaps it should remain that way.
Yeah. There's a clip of him trying as well, because see, that's the first thing people do now. Let's talk about the Emerald Stair.
What's on your mind?
What makes it so emerald? I want to know about the local goss.
Let me think. Sorry to disappoint
Oh,
you.
no, I've done this already.
I haven't heard anything new of late. Being an outcast means being out of the loop.
Okay. Well, I think that's enough. I think that's everything.
Pleasant dreams.
That is definitely not enough, because I've not actually done the quest.
Between the two of us, thank you for helping Yatsley reach that vase.
Oh, the Atsley, yeah.
Maybe it seems like nothing to you, but to her it's everything.
Oh, that was the little furry
Consider how many Orlans
person.
and dwarves there are. It's outrageous that we build so high off the ground.
I know, right? I agree. Tall people need to be putting things lower. I know Imperial Archives have some of the tallest bookshelves in the Aura.
What a pain. Don't let her size fool you. On the inside, Yatsley stands as tall as a mountain. One of these days she's going to change the world, shake things up. And I'll be at her side, grinning like a fool. Anyway, thanks again.
Okay. That's everything.
You too. I hope
Um,
no one minds. I made myself at home.
just like literally while you're here.
It's good to have you. Tell us a bit about yourself, Giada.
We just did that for 20 minutes.
A few things about me. I enjoy long conversations, and my favorite season is autumn. Apparently, I also snore, which annoys some people.
So do I. Glad it won't just be me. We should pitch our tents on either side of Marius. The drone really helps him sleep.
He's a fish man.
That's me. And the first rule of camp is never listen to Kai. He's a blessed Nimdude of the highest order.
If anyone needs their soul tinkered on, don't hesitate to ask. I'm rather good with souls.
That's a,
I'll take your word for it.
yeah, he's a mermaid, I think. What am I doing here? Stash. Shan't. Have you seen my wand? It's got things on it now.
You could have seen Emerald Stair in better times.
Oh fuck my.
What was it like? I've only passed through a few times over the years.
But I was gonna do a thing. Stop talking.
Fish leaped into our nets. Emerald Stair was everything.
You can't air dodge.
Pleasant and abundant.
Probably for the best.
Sounds like the fables old trenchers used to tell about Deadfire. Paradise.
He used a metaphor once, and well, I think he has said storm in a teacup. But what was it? Like, it was like a real one, but he changed it to sea because he's a fish man.
What's that fragrance you're wearing?
Oh come on, Marius, I want to do a thing.
From the guts of a dead Leviathan. Why? Do you like it?
Well, don't get me wrong. I like it fine. But I think it's attracting spike flies.
Oh, that explains the bites. Apologies, Marius. The aroma does tend to.
Could that artifact get warmer, or am I imagining it?
Just put it down.
Let me think. Oh, that explains the bites. Apologies, Marius. The aroma.
Okay, there we go, I found it. That's fine. Need more stuff.
Does tend to linger.
No, it's fine. I can handle a few spike flies. Just letting you know.
I've kicked him out of the group.
Never wearing this again.
Every time I go to a dungeon, he goes, "Ah, dungeon, right? That's a safe place to be." And I'm like, fucking Marius! The entire game is me going into dungeons. You don't need to do this every time. But
Envoy? Hard to imagine what Giada's going through right now. With her parents and all that. I mean, I have no idea what actually happened there, but she lost her people. She'll need time to get past that. And she deserves it.
her parents are trees now because of science. Bad science. Let's talk about the Emerald Stair.
Ask away.
Tell me more about the Emerald Stair.
I'm surprised at how much more deadly it is than it used to be. Hunting was great here. And there were edible plants everywhere. That's all still true, but I never used to worry about being strangled by a wild root while I sleep. Still, the challenge keeps things interesting, right? You earn every breath out here.
Sounds rough. No, that's a dog. No. Anything? Heard anything interesting out here?
There's something big in the southeast of the region. Most hunters say to stay away from there.
It's where we came in. Any tips for surviving Emerald Stair?
Let's see. Less urgency for shelter here. You can find shrubs to block the wind or tree cover to protect from rain. There's also plenty of food around too, if you know where to look. Rule of thumb, if it's red, don't eat it. Or if it makes you itch.
No, I need that in a rhyme.
Just about any kind of game
Don't make it rhyme. Won't remember it,
Just make
Marius.
sure whatever you catch doesn't have mushrooms growing out of its face. Oh,
If it has a
be careful
face,
when you leave the
then leave
woods.
it to
You
waste.
never know when that deer you killed was some Delmgon's favorite pet.
Anything else?
There's a skeleton sitting in a chair out on the coast, west of the fjord docks. No idea what it's doing there, but I'm always curious.
Is that added to what? Am I gonna have to remember this shit? West of. Oh, they did this before, and I completely ignored it. Any more tips?
Let's see. Water can be a problem out here. Don't drink from the rivers or creeks you find here. They're full of saka. Literally. You can get good water from inside most plants here, especially the larger vines. Or you can tap most of the trees for sap. I always put out some kind of cloth to collect the dew in the morning. That's assuming Kai doesn't take it and use it as a nose rag. Oh, there's another tip. Make sure the people you're traveling with aren't Nim dudes.
I mean, whatever.
Right, changing the subject.
Tell me about your thoughts.
I'm sure you'll find it absolutely gripping.
I don't need this sarcasm, Marius.
So I assume you're asking about the new girl. Giada's a mystery to me. Animancers give me the Vricus, and for good
I
reason.
know, right?
Most of them would just as soon turn your soul into jewelry as look at you. Giada seems different.
It's a Lemba term for idiot or jackass.
She's smart, thoughtful, and she's got a spine, too. You can tell when someone needs extra help out here, and she doesn't. So, yeah, I don't understand her, but I guess I don't have to, really. If I must.
Cool. Yeah, but leaving like these pictures. Leaving the door behind.
Did they not glow in the light? Her parents, her sentinels,
See what you did there?
to grow and flourish still, life without rot, form without death.
Come the fuck on, I'm resting. You call that life? I doubt Gianta thinks her parents are still alive in any way that matters to her.
The lake dries. Prune the bellflowers. Why should anything wilt? Endless spring. They breathe. They flower. They will never fade.
Fuck, what was it? What's, Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra when the walls fell. There we go. I definitely didn't just look that up on the Google. Do you think there's a way to turn them back into people?
Apple into seed. We think not. They have blossomed now. They sing in peace. Was it not worth the change?
No, we can't decide for others. They should always have a choice.
Do we not? The bear would have spent its days in the wood. They are strong now, vibrant, better than their frail shells.
I don't know if I want to annoy the god that lives in my head. We did kill a bear that had a soul plague, but like that, we might be talking to the soul plague. Let's err on the side of caution on this one. I suppose they live on in some form.
More than alive. No suffering. No end. Sleep now. Dream of beauty and new life. We will speak soon.
Yeah, why aren't rumors written on the map? Okay, there's you. Now. Some sausage. Zombie. His hat. Ah, this game doesn't let you do that. Who am I looking for? The ranger. Oh, there you are.
You're that envoy, aren't you? It's the face. Gives you away. What can the Fjord Ranger's rising star do?
Also,
Your
I don't know if
Eminence?
you've seen my face, but rumor has it, if you're the rising star, why are you hanging around the docks? I found Ranger Verando, who's been beaten and captured by the bandits you were sent to scout.
Oh, you found him. Why are you so worried? Wait. You think I'm the killer, don't you? Listen to me. I didn't do anything wrong. Verano going missing isn't my fault.
Calm down, I've already spoken to Ranger Verano.
Oh, so he made it. Thank the gods. We were scouting out the abandoned homestead near Nakotedek when the bandits attacked us. I drew 2 of them away from the fight, and Verano and I got separated.
It's not quite what he said, but
Looked back around to check on him. I didn't see anyone. I assumed the fighting was over.
that's not exactly how Verano described it.
Oh, you already talked to the old man. Listen, let's keep this between us. I have a reputation to maintain around here.
Not a great one, but a reputation nonetheless.
That guy
2
do.
bandits attacked us, and Verano stepped up to fight them. I drew my blade, and I froze. I saw more bandits coming, and Verano was getting overwhelmed. I didn't know what to do.
You're up quite late. So you ran?
I've never been in a fight before. Not a real fight with people actually trying to kill me.
You froze. It happens, kid. Combat instincts take practice. The real disgrace is tucking your tail in town instead of getting help and going back.
I know what I did was wrong, but I'm not a murderer. I swear. I swear!
Yeah, my guy's gonna have a hard time putting hats on. Would this have anything to do with what happened to Felice?
And Masoni needs to keep his big mouth closed. Yeah, so my cousin got killed working with Verano. Big deal.
Yeah, yeah.
It happens all the time. And bears aren't the only danger out here, you know. But do I think the old
So
man
the
should have
gimmick
kept
of the main...
another eye on them? I mean, yes. Felice wasn't much with a sword. But Verano got distracted. Whatever. The usher comes for everyone, I guess.
So there are gods in this world, and occasionally a god will bless somebody, and that person will have aspects of the god, so they're known as godlike. And the reason I'm in the Living Lands is because the Emperor, I'm the envoy for an Emperor, and then the only reason I'm an envoy is because I've got special powers, right? But so that woman is presumably the god, my patron god. But yeah, it means I look. You don't actually have to look like any of the weird shit, but like I don't understand why you'd play this game and not do that when it explicitly tells you, hey, you kind of look weird. You know, so I thought I may as well lean into it. I've met one more godlike, and he was a golden man. He had murdered a bunch of people because he was trying to put his god into a big statue because his god was a villain of one of the other games. But he specifically wanted to bring it to trial. And he couldn't, unfortunately. It gives you the choice. You can fight him because you obviously just murdered a bunch of people. But he's like, don't you want to see what happens when I turn this machine on? And I'm like, I kind of do. So I let him, and it doesn't work. And he's like, oh, it needs a godlike soul. It needs the chime. And I was like, I'm sorry, buddy. I went to see a soothsayer, and she said I don't have a chime. It's going to have to be you. And so, yeah, you can convince him Ooh. It's been years since I've jumped. You can convince him to try and put his soul in. That doesn't work either, but he's dead now, obviously, because he just gave up his soul. But that statue's still there. If Verano doesn't hold you any ill will, maybe you should forgive yourself.
I don't. He's a better man than I am.
Thank you for joining me, Nobby.
Thanks for that. It means a lot. And I hope you find them, Envoy. I'd love to give them a gauntlet to the face.
This kid's got too much to prove and too little to show for it, but he doesn't seem like a traitor.
Okay, let's show some combat. I can sneak under here. Secret underground place. Cool. This is what I think this game does the best, where you go, ooh, I wonder if there's something there. And yeah, there's always something there. What should we do? That's an important quest. I want to go to this Ogre's cave. It's fucking miles away. Okay, let's go there. The wheel refers to the cycle of reincarnation. Baraf, goddess of cyclical death, churns departed souls through the process of cleansing and rebirth, so they might live again. I've also been murdered and brought back. I met the guy who murdered me. He was very sorry. Spin. It's the Grim Wetlands. Taking your cheese. Bernat, I'm sorry, but it's not going to work between us. I prefer grains, you prefer cow. I love delicate dinner, plate filled with herbs, leaves and fruit, but you would slaughter a pig and put its flesh on your table. How can I ever take a lover whose culinary tastes vary so far from my own? One day, disregard for animals will catch up to you. Nature always fights back. As for us, do not bother returning to Fior or my bed again. Emma. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely stuff we should do. I've seen the button. You've pressed it as well, I think, where it says join the person's stream. And I'm really curious as to what happens when you do press that. But I want to press it when I'm like not in the middle of doing a thing. That's just a hole. That's this.
Never had a chance.
Oh, I like the healing. Ah. Kai, I'm trying to get my mana back. So this stick, I know, right? This stick gets me my mana back when I hit people with it, which is why I've got it out. The 3 is ice, an ice shield. The lightning on 4 bounces off things. Yeah, it's basically. I will say, like, it doesn't have the sort of Skyrim everything can be picked up thing. Like, it's only zones as well. So this is like a. This is a map. I can't load it right now. And when you go there, it's a different part of the map. So it's not open world, it's just open zones, if that makes any sense. But yeah, it's that lineage. Where am I going? I like the dodge button. Yeah. This is the same people as Outer Worlds. I think they've learned... Because the thing that I thought Outer Worlds got a bit boring. I thought they wanted to do the Fallout things where you pick up absolute fucking everything. And this game has done less of that. It doesn't break the game by just making everything pick upable. Oh, fuck. I think it also just helps being a fantasy world rather than another space thing. Yeah. But yeah, the scope is much smaller than anything like Skyrim, which I think suits them. Ooh. Oh, you are big.
You okay?
Oh, fuck,
Nothing stopping me. Coming from your right. And roll. Nice.
I'm not Crystal, you don't need to eat me. Also, I forget that I can do this. And I've got a grenade. Okay, hang on. I need a bit of essence. So I like that weapons have combos in them as well. But yeah, the more they try their own thing, the better it is. What I think has helped is, again, this is...
That's done?
Yeah, this does fucking loads. It depends on the enemy I'm fighting. I didn't know for ages, like I've got a sword as well, by the way, but it's just at this point it's a bit crap. But yeah, against unarmored enemies, it's really useful. Like, it stuns them as well. But I've fully leveled up the... oh no, I haven't. I should do, shouldn't I? What does the last one do? Oh, it just means it lasts longer. That's why I've not done that. But Returning Storm's pretty good. What was I going to say? This is an established universe. So they had, you know, like Baldur's Gate, they had a top-down game set in this as well. So it's... They're not making a brand new place. These are all, like, established races and stuff. This is essentially the Australia... Well, this is essentially the Australia of the Pillars of Eternity. Ooh, I should be going to. I've been doing this for a couple of hours. Okay. How do we... Bloody hell! Apart from it's inexplicably full of Italian people. Well, at least this part is. I don't know what kind of spell that wants. Oh no, it's this is a puzzle. There's one. Because I've got lightning in my fingertips. Where's the other one? Farewell, Nobby. I think I might be leaving everyone behind because I've got work in the morning as well. But I want to open this door first. Where's the wiring? Oh, it's there. I think we'll do this dungeon. I mean, assuming it's not like a massive dungeon, which it might be. It's hard to tell with this game. It's like a villain name. Master Vito, I've only had your device running for a few days, but I felt I must write to you immediately. Thank you for your generosity in sharing your plans and materials list with me. As you can infer from the tardiness of my correspondence, it took me several months to source the necessary supplies and another at least to put them together, and in the end your design came together flawlessly. Your tutelage these last 3 years have given me a cause to dream for the first time in decades. I will not burden you with the fulsome intensity of my feelings, but I will tell you, even before the gods, my Lord God left the world, I felt there was a hole in my life, a yearning for discovery, a project worthy of wholly subsuming my mind beneath. I see now that it is animancy. I would never have pursued this path were it not for the chance of meeting the crossroads. As my labours near the end, the only words I have left for you are thank you. Thank you, Vita, for giving this aged godlike hope. Another godlike! Oh, fuck, it's... Dickhead John, that is the godlike you met. Oh, of course, that's how he built the thing. Oh, this is going to be a dungeon then. So this is a major side quest. But yeah, because he was moving people's souls about. That actually kind of explains how he did that. Fair enough. Well, he's not going to be happy. Let's save our game. I don't want to fight him.
I smell rot.
Oh no. That's the Dreamscape. We'll have a token attempt. Aw, poor Ogre. Did the Ogre teach him Animancy, or did the Ogre come by later?
Smell rot. Something.
Yeah, that Ogre definitely knows how to do magic. Why are there more ghosts here? Okay. That's how we're going to start the next stream, I reckon. Thank you very much for watching. I've been having an Avowed adventure. Farewell. I'll see you next time.